Hi, guys. Move my mic so you can hear me. Hi, guys. I'm back. Again. Start a new game. Yes, I am sure. I have played in the distant past, but not too much. Regret to inform you, Captain Tobias Pritchard has perished at sea. Stop. As his nearest relative, you're entitled to his remaining goods and crew. Stop. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by boats. By bats. What? London was stolen by bats. Now it lies beneath a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee. Past wreathed in shadows aside later. If you just want to... If you want to get out to Z immediately, choose this. Choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. Well, I mean, we all have our secret desires, so let's go with that. And now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the Untersee. But who were you before? An ordained priest, a natural philosopher, a veteran of the campaign of '68, a poet, a street urchin. Bonus to pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. Bonus to veils, the skill of subtlety and evasion. The skill of causing direct damage, yeah, that makes sense. Skill of detection and perception. Bonus to hearts, a skill of healing and morale. Well, natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the neath, the cavern where London lies. And now they take you out to Z. Zay, actually, I think it'd be pronounced. Detection and perception. Let's go with detection and perception. Your acquaintance, the plausible surgeon, will serve as your ship's doctor until you find someone better. Talk to him and find out why you went to Zay. You're a natural philosopher, now you're a Zay captain. Your stranger quality has gone. Welcome to the world. Gained 20 echoes, now 70. 25 mirrors, now 50. You have 1 plausible surgeon, someone who's looking for passage. What does winning mean to me? Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can of the Zay. Write a masterpiece. Retire. Wealth. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes. A family, perhaps. A private kingdom is locked. Oh, I can't do that one. At least not yet. My father's bones. Fulfillment. Mansion, servants. Wow. That's... Fulfillment. I seek fulfillment. Why settle for the bones of a man I never knew or money? It is transient. Fulfillment is what matters. That lasts for the rest of your life. Although a private kingdom would be cool. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can of the Zay. Write a masterpiece. Retire. Whenever you return to fallen London, you have the option of retiring, but you'll need to write your masterwork first. An occurrence, your objective ambition. Quality is now become London's most venerated explorer. A last scrap of paperwork. Captain, an irregularity with the Harbour Master's office. They wish to know what term of address you prefer ashore. This will determine what people call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you. Madam, my lord, my lady, captain, citizen. Well, I mean, I am going to be in charge of the ship, so let's go with captain. Although my lord is tempting, let's go with captain. Captain it is. A last piece of advice. Explore, take chances. This captain will probably die. The Zay is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. An occurrence. You're addressed as quality is now captain. Who am I? I am the captain. Presumably I now accept an icon. Well, the bald icon is obviously the answer. Because, you know, I'll be Captain Lens. Because what else would I be? Alright. Fallen London, Deep and Dark. Advice for captains. London, she's the greatest sea on the Untersee. Your lodgings, a passenger. Advice for captains. The much lamented Monsieur Demieux found a watery grave long ago. Probably your end will be no better, but if you read his book of invaluable advice, your chances will improve on endings and beginnings. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware, the layout of the Untersee changes with each new captain. But home waters are stable, and the islands only move so far. Legacy. Future captains will inherit some skills, officers, equipment, and money. On exploration. Exploration is the heart of the game. Risk brings rewards. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes. Spending secrets and echoes. Speak to your officers to spend secrets on improving your abilities. Spend echoes on equipment and ports. On mercy. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. One autosave updated whenever you reach port and wiped on death. If you're getting frustrated or want a more leisurely exploration, you can switch to merciful mode. Merciful mode saving or loading manually will permanently switch your character to merciful mode. This will remove the Invictus token. Completing a game with the Invictus token is a badge of honor. On machines. Prow lamp dispels darkness, reduces terror increase. Allows you to find Z marks. Your engines, of course, drive the ship forward into the night. Both your prow lamp and engines use fuel. More powerful engines use more fuel, but all lamps use fuel at the same rate. Try not to run out of fuel. Note, the Admiralty will compensate you with fuel for port reports. On finding places to explore. Use your Z-Bat Scout. Technically, it's a chiropteroscope. But we're among friends here. Z-Bat? Send your Z-Bat out and we'll tell you where the nearest undiscovered island is. Be warned. If you're moving, it will give less accurate directions. Pause to get the most accurate reading. On fighting. When your enemy is in the arc of your guns, you'll see a firing solution. The glow around the fire buttons increase. When it's complete, let them have it. You can fire earlier if you like, but you may miss. Target ships may have access to different gun slots. Larger ships may have access to different gun slots. A green glow means your enemy is in the light. Enemy ships also have an arc on their guns. Try to stay out of their way. Enemy Z-beasts will generally try to ram or bite you, and they'll submerge between times to avoid your attacks. If you're careful and turn your lights off, you may be able to sneak behind them and get a shot in first. Wow, lots of on stories. When you get into port, you can generally explore and exhaust the story options until your next visit. Something awaits you if you have something awaits you. Quality. When at Zay, you know that you have more story waiting for you when you make port. It'll crop up whenever you're sailing around. If you see flavor message like distant bells, that means you have something awaits. On terror. Terror increases gradually over time. While you're out at Zay away from land, watch the skull. When you see orange or red pips, terror will bump up. If you spend much longer in the frightening place, many events will increase too. How do I reduce it? Use shore leave in London or other ports, but London's the most cost-effective to reduce it. New stories is locked. Sell this book. You're a veteran captain. Require more advice. Require no more advice? Very well then. Gain 50 echoes. You no longer have a need of this advice for captains. Fallen London. Deep and dark. A passenger. Oh, London, let's see. Adopt a Blemigan Gallivanter. A Blemigan sits across a splintered crate. Unlocked with more than zero... With no more than zero Blemigan Gallivanter. polite bow. You extend your hand to the Blemmigan leaps on. Its tendrils entwine your fingers, and it chitters quietly. Meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's long plank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. You now have one of this Blemmigan Gallivanter. What a keen little mushroom. Visit the Admiralty's service office. They'll pay for information from Zay captains. Go find out. They'll pay. Okay, well, we got that. Their picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. Blah, 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 blah. Ask if they have anything in particular they need. I'm going to be sure to your discretion this port. Speak to our agent there in return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Oh, and possibly reported. Hey, fat buddy. I know they also have a flying version of this game as well. I retrieved strategic information from Gator's Mourn in the Corsair's Forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Lodgings, passenger weights. Agree to carry the anxious university student to Hunter's Keep. He has no money, so the other captains have no interest, but he's a passionate youth, and he promises that his studies on Lorn flukes will be rewarding enough. Welcome to board. He jumps for joy as you agree to take him aboard. Thank you, please. Take me to Hunter's Keep right away. A Lorn flute. A full dead Lorn fluke. Washed ashore. I'm doing my thesis on them. Do you know they can digest a human memory? I may never have a better chance to study one up close. Bound for Hunter's Keep. So that's that in the hold. Alright, we've got... that's our hull damage. Our life damage, our crew damage. Warm-up time, 4 seconds. Stagger amount. We have lead beater and stain rod reconditioned frigate surplus deck Mark II. And elderly steeple engine. 10 fuel, 5 supplies, and an Invictus token. Journal. Your journal objectives and story progress are on the right-hand side, mouse over an icon. I'm a natural philosopher. I have a room at the Blind Helmsman. I have to become London's most venerated explorer. An Admiralty commission. Request for passage. Almost safe. Fate of Needles. That's the hold. That's the story. That's the journal. Officers. I have a mascot, a comatose ferret. A surgeon, the plausible surgeon. He probably won't saw off wrong limbs. Mirrors and gallivanters. I have assigned him. I have a Blemmigan Gallivanter now. Who needs a comatose ferret with hearts of +1 when you can have mirrors +3 and pages +2? Shops. Your officers, left click to assign, right click to speak to them. Here you can buy any fuel supplies, blah, blah, blah. I have a 15 out of 40 cargo. Let's see. You can buy fuel or sell it. Flares, supplies, foxfire candles, solace fruit. I have 120 echoes. That's the money. Money is echoes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the provisioners, the exchange. Naval surplus. Ooh, torpedo components. Weapons and whatnots. Engines. And the lamp. That's the shops and the shipyard. So this is, I presume, what my current ship is, the Ligea class steamer. And these are significantly more expensive. Oh. Setting sail. Click the launch button to leave port. Well, we got a couple of places we can go. And this is what we know of the world. Yeah, just this. Well, let's launch. What's the worst that could happen, right? Most icons have keyboard shortcuts. Mouse over to see them. Use WASD to move. That's Bad Stevener's Abyss. Alright, that's a Bowie. Hunter's Keep. We had someone here who wanted to go over to Hunter's Keep, so we'll be there in a minute. Ow! Okay, how am I supposed to... I guess this is not the part of Hunter's Keep where we dock. Ow! Circle of light is a port. Yeah, got that. Thank you. It's not my fault, okay? Hey, what's bueno? Visit the port, click the dock button. We dock. It has been a while. Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rock swathed in mist like 100 other Untersee islands. Well, they just weren't that bueno. Let's see. Story. Hunter's Keep. Inspect the Lorn fluke with the anxious university student. Oh, let's do that. It's the best I could manage. And it wasn't much. Resubscription from Was Bueno. Thank you very much. That was very generous indeed. Thank you. Very kind. I am struck speechless, and for me that doesn't happen very often. Thank you, Was Bueno. Very nice indeed. It lies on the shore just beneath the hill. We can make out the fluke's spikes over the grass. Are those the flukes? That's big. The anxious student rushes by you, whooping, but he stops on the hilltop. On the shore, standing before a mass of dead needles, is a drowny. In a Nuncian postal uniform, he glowers at you. This is not where the fluke belongs, the drowny cries in a plummy voice. I'm not sure what a plummy voice is. It's to be taken elsewhere. It already has a delivery label, and that means I have to deliver it. The student sneers. Sod your label. Captain, help me haul the beast to Station 3. My advisor at the college has arranged room for us there for a dissection and study. My work will benefit all of us. To whom will the corpse go? Transport the Lorn fluke to Station 3. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Or transport the Lorn fluke to Nuncio. It's labeled already, after all. Well, me and the student. Loaded with extreme caution, the Lorn fluke is tied by very reluctant sailors to drag behind our stern. On your deck, the anxious student twitches with delight. I can't believe what we have. His hand tightens on the railing. The drowny postman stares up at you both. It's natural for corpses to grimace, but when the corpse is still alive and actively upset at you, it's additionally distressing. Bound for Station 3. I'll just have to find Station 3. Hold, we're still in pretty decent amount of fuel. Journal, nothing changed. Our officers are the same. There are no shops here. The shipyard. So, now we got to figure out where Station 3 is. I have no idea where Station 3 is. How does one find Station 3? That's the question. The Gazetteer. No, that's of no help. Chart. Yeah, that is of equally no help. Main menu. Well, where are we going to try and go? I think we'll try north and then west and we'll loop around. We are looking for Station 3. Okay, tutorial combat. You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck guns. Keep the enemy in range while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your brow light. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew makes progress towards a firing solution. Press space or close the tutorial to continue. I got him. I have defeated a bat swarm. Na-na-na-na-na. Little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. The rest of the swarm vanishes into the neathy dark. Dispose of the corpses, slightly reduce terror. Gather up the corpses there, succulent with stolen blood, into the pot. Those little bones are troublesome and the flesh a little gamey, but salt them well enough and they're quite edible. Gained 1 supply and 1 terror. When you see green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark and your crew's terror will increase. Watch the pips. When you're far from land, don't let it reach 100. Terror up there? Yeah, that must be it. There's something down there. That's low Barnett. It's not Station 3, which is what we're looking for. That's our terror. We're at 5. Low Barnett, something wastes. Fragments. When you discover new places, acquire enough of them and you'll gain a secret. You can use secrets to improve your captain skills, talking to officers, or for some key stories. Well, that's Hunter's Keep. Been there. We are getting low on fuel. There's something over there, another Bowie. David Bowie, I think. I'm a kidder. There's another ship. We are going to head back towards London now. As we are at about half fuel. We'll refuel and then we'll try our luck south. We have docked. My game is being saved. The Revenue Men. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they've selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Let them do their worst. You have nothing to hide. This will reduce your suspicion if your suspicion is 5 or more. Let's see. Unlocked with no more than 0. Declare all controlled goods. Pay the customs on any untaxed souls or romantic literature you're carrying. Surrender any smuggled sunlight. Reduce your suspicion if suspicion is 5 or more. Talk your way out of a search. Today's duty officer is a patriot. Perhaps you can claim you're an Admiralty business. It's locked. Set something aside. They need to know about every trinket you have. One chancy challenge. We'll declare all controlled goods. Pay your customs duty on untaxed souls or romantic literature you're carrying. Surrender any smuggled sunlight. Right. After Enduring Majesty thanks you, one of the revenue intones. Did he just hide a smile? Menaces. Suspicion hasn't changed because it's lower than 5. I paid nothing. Collect messages from the harbor master. All the clatter and song of the dockside soothes your soul. Are there messages for you? Let's see. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. That's all for now. We have one of another day, free evening. The Rose Market bustles on Rosie's Wharf. Who will be there today? A very fine evening to you, Captain. My what you might call mentor is fond of adventurous Z captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he's so fond of Z captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the deck stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold, or come back later. It would be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock. Who's this person? Is their catch? Refused. Too good to be true. No, I'm going to take it. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, we'll make you very welcome, and give you safe conduct, which you might require. Good evening to you. He sleeps and is gone. I gained 10 fuel, 5 supplies, and I now have 1 menace's suspicion. Consider a specialist surgeon. She's staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she's available for work. Employ the clattery air. Her talents could well be employed on your vessel. She's a doctor who increases hearts and iron. Welcome aboard. She comes in with a bag of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them. Appoint your new officer by dragging her from the officer's tab to a slot. Do this in port, not at sea, or you may unsettle your crew. Let's check the officers. Add 6 iron, 6 hearts, a doctor aboard +1. We're going to move him up to first up. No, we're not. Okay, well. I think that's an improvement. Visit the Admiralty's office. They'll pay for information. Asked to leave the Admiralty. I don't think I have anything for them yet. Rosie's Wharf. Escort some interested acquaintances to the Rose Market. They hope to make a satisfying trade. This will usher in a new day at the Rose Market, perhaps new buyers. Nope, nothing there. My lodgings. Read the morning papers. The Unexpurgated Gazette, the magazine formerly known as the London Magazine, the Spiteful Trumpeter. News. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The Traitor Empress has forbidden singing on the streets outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallbladder wasps. I have one recent news. Fragments remain unchanged at 220. I've lost 1 terror. Now total 7. Wary. Rest in a room above the blind helmsman. This will reduce your terror, heal a wound, and give you a restful night if you do not already have one. Let's go ahead and take a rest. Lost 10 echoes. Oh, that cost me money. Lost a terror. We have a restful night. London Admiralty Office. The university's locked. The Rose Market we went to. Hire more on ship. Put your ship in dry dock. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. We'll pay taken to the north Wenderblight. Well, I'm not going north. I'm going south right now. I think we're ready to go. We're looking for port 3, something like that. That's a big crab. And a rural megalops. Oops. The megalops defeated. With a forlorn and wailing cry, the megalops turns on its back. Legs neatly folded as bluish blood gouts from its wounds. Its golden glow begins to dim. Dissect it. Low-risk challenge. Butcher it for supplies. Low-risk challenge. It's not dead. You haul it aboard and set to work with your knives and acids, and it flops unexpectedly to life as the sailors rush to your aid with guns and boarding pikes. By the time they've finished, you're unharmed, but there's not much left of the beast. You tip it reluctantly into the Z. Pages 27 failed in a challenge. Try again and you may have better luck. Just my luck, you know, just my luck. Well, there's another one. This is the Murray Straits. I'm well provisioned. I'll need to fix my ship next time we're in town. Yep, we've got another one. Rural megaflops. Let's try to dissect it again. It's not dead again. These things just don't want to die, despite the fact that I have killed them. Terror's at 6. This is the Something Canal. The Still Something Canal. The Kumayan Canal. The Albertine Gates. This is a harbor. Giannotti Harbor. The Kumean Canal staging area. Travel to the surface. Wow. Listen for surface gossip. Gather information for a port report. Business as usual. I now have one perfunctory port report on the Kumean Canal. Hold. I've got supplies and fuel. A little more fuel would be nice. I don't have much in the way of money, though. So we burned out about 4 fuel. So we're not going to be able to go too much further south. I think so we'll head like northeast and then north along to cover up this area. Pardon me? Another island over there. Seemingly nameless. Bowie is up. We've got something else. Are they coming in? No. They're turning away. Okay, good. They don't want to start nothing, won't be nothing. There's something big in light. That must be a lighthouse. Flitterstone Isle. Up. Oh, he's coming in. He's pretty bad. I fired too soon. Fine, it's fine. I was right, that is a lighthouse. Let it disperse, watch the oil rainbow colors fade, or perhaps we can eat it, better yet. Perhaps your sailors can. A barrel of former jellyfish. It will wait in the hold like a cup of dissolved moon. One day you'll eat it, or perhaps it'll eat you. Okay, that's Westergren's fire. There's got to be a port over here. Or so I would think. Yes, there is, right there. This is Field Haven. We have found Field Haven. We weren't looking for it, but we found it. Shepherd Isles. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you there are no actual shepherds on Shepherd Isles. Well, that's just shocking. Picnic at the Standing Stones. Bearded villagers will sell you mutton stew, kefir, and stone bottles of cold fresh spring water, and row you over to the stones. Tales of the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers are happy to talk about the local sights. Well, sight. A long way from home, you heard of the pillared sea where Irem lies. Ooh, that's a Lovecraft reference. The pillared sea where Irem lies. Wise man from Irem came here 80 years ago. He planted 3 pillars. Now they're as big as fingers when I were young. They were as big as fingers when I was young. Now you can see them in my son's time. They're as big as dock cranes. They'll be as big as dock cranes. Compile a port report. Oh, yes. I now have another port report. Engage an officer, the sigil-ridden navigator. Help me guide the ship. I know all the Z. How it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. I now have a sigil-ridden navigator. First officer. Mirrors +6, veils +3. Has that tattoo grown since you last looked? I have a first officer. I hope we've got enough stuff to get us home. That's Thornwell Croft. We are headed in about the right direction. I think we've got enough fuel to get us there. I'm not sure what stuff we can turn in or sell. What was that? Gone. More pages, I guess. There's Massey's shaft. Whoops. That's a pirate frigate. I want nothing to do with them. Now they turned away as well, but I'm still going to loop around a little bit to the south. Mutton Island. Well, that just sounds delicious. Oh, we got another... Oh, the frigate's coming. This thing's coming. Ow! I docked. We'll see if that works. Quaker's Haven. Once a simple fishing village, was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. Drinks at the Cock and Magpie, explore the shore, pick up a wretched mog. I like our current mascot. Chat to the fishermen. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the water. Yeah, I know. Smugglers at their work. Connate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic. I've lost an echo, but gained a report. Buy fuel. We're fine on fuel, I think. Visit the hilltop above town, a low-risk challenge. My low-risk challenges have been failing like clockwork. There's not much wind on the Untersee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of the weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. Unlocked. Another day is. Time is passing. Toasting the wind, you stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. Then sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise. Must be the caves around the island channeling the air. Yeah, I'm sure it is. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is southerly. I got more terror. My terror is up to 15. I gained fragments. You succeeded in a pages challenge. The higher the quality, the higher the chance of success. Let's see. Buy supplies. It's locked. No shops available. Drinks. Cider and cave dory. The trees of the Neath are scraggly and wretched, scraping a living with parasynthesis. But the apples of Mutton Island are tart and powerful, perfect for cider. Cider. This stuff is stronger than it looks. You stretch out in your seat, stare through the leaded window at your safely moored ship, and find yourself whistling. The landlord gives you a friendly grin and goes back to whetting his cleaver. You've lost a terror and lost 20 echoes. Jesus, now I only have 9. That's not great. You going to move on? Oh, crustacean. You're going to run laps. Auroral megalops. I don't want to mess with the megalops, either of them. I'm running away, guys. You're good. Just, chill. There's a big island. Oh, okay. We're back near London. All right. Yeah, we are. Home Sweet Home? It's an interesting game. I like the feel. It's doing a really good job with that. All right. Collect messages from the harbor master. Something has changed in the north. Somebody else wants to sign on. The blind bruiser attends to business on the dock. That's all for now. Somebody's on the dock. Accept the commission. If you happen to be in the sea, the cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. If you were hesitant, perhaps you find Mount Palmerston unbearable, and who can blame you? Well, if you have the vinegar, there's another matter which you might be able to assess. We'll need one space of hold. Wilmerston is generally somewhere northeast of London. Okay. We'll be heading northeast then. Let's see. In the hold. We have an unstamped crate of brilliant souls. Crate of exceptional human souls. It's never known the tender touch of the Imperial Customs stamp. Consequently, it cannot be sold on the open market. You better not be caught with it. Well, I have faith in us. Journal, the officers, the shops. Fuel and supplies. Is there anything else I can sell? There's got to be something I can sell that I've picked up somewhere. Our deck gun would not be a good idea. Nor our engine. And I need to repair. Story. The Merchant Venturer. An urchin tugs your sleeve. I have need of a reliable agent. Feeling that an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs. He'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. An occurrence. Your objective is the venturer's venture. Venturer's venture. Venturer has a request. Speak to him further or check your journal. They're both locked. I can do neither. A visit to Clathermont's tattoo parlor. Locked, locked, go. The unflinching eye, you've seen such sights. This will increase your mirrors by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror. Remain unblemished. The unflinching eye. Lost 14 terror. Roser's Wharf. Nothing there. I'm not sure. London. Admiralties. They'll pay for information. There we go. The Shepherd Isles, a summon of fact. A high-risk challenge. Submit an unsubstantiated hearsay. The Cumaean Canal. Well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we, at Quaker's Haven? Let's try the Quaker's Haven. I lost the report. I gained 5 echo. That's money. I gained a favor. And a fuel. Cumaean Canal. 5 echoes. Excellent. We've got money. A high-risk challenge. Let's try that. Candidly, I'm not sure why you saw fit to trouble us with this nonsense. Is there anything else? Veils. 28 failed in a challenge. Try again. You may have better luck. You no longer have that. You gained 1 fuel. Don't have anything else for us? Visit the university. Lost 1 secret. And now favors antiquarian, and we gained a page. Leave the university. Carouse on the docks. No, no. Put your ship in dry dock. I do have to repair it. Employ Rattus Faber engineers. The rats of fallen London are remarkably skilled engineers. And they know ships well. They are not, however, reliable. Payment is in kind, not currency. This will repair some of your hull. How much? Difficult to say. Matter of luck. Pretty good odds. Sometimes like Christmas, you wait for the rats to arrive and wait and wait. A whole night passes. That morning, you stomp down the gangplank in a state of irritation to find your ship in eerily perfect condition. Only 1 crate of supplies is missing. The rat foreman seems confused as you. He looks at his feet and sketches the sign with his finger, looping conundrum of a symbol. He mutters something under his rat breath. Fungus? Unfortunate, an occurrence. Hull quality is now 75. We lost 1 supply. Good enough for now, I guess. Shops. We are currently at, I don't have enough to buy supplies, and we're limited. We have a small number of those. We only have 5. I can buy 1 fuel. Did I not get a, I thought I got some echoes for my information. Well, I guess we're going to try northeast. I don't remember why we were headed northeast, but we were headed northeast for something. But we're really low on supplies. I don't know what happens when we run out of supplies and or food. Fed the crew. We're down to 4. Hunter's Keep. We'll go by this side. into the great unknown. At least by me. It's another bat swarm. Bats. We'll slightly reduce. No, we need food for supplies. We gained 1 supplies and 1 terror. Na 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 na. Bat lunch. We got some kind of island over here. And fog. And another island with some sort of labyrinth on it. Nothing yet, apparently in the way of a port or anything over there. We've gone well northeast. Perhaps we should try a little bit more just north. Yep, more bats. All right, ready up. More food. Looks like another abyss. Can't abyss. Dinky little island. Do we have something actual, real, and material here? It's a port, and any port in a storm. I have no idea what it is, though. Venderbite. The tomb colony of Venderbite. On deck, you can hear the sound of 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. Oh, that sounds great. Someone's trying to get your attention. One of the tomb colonists makes an obvious interest in your crew, specifically the Cladery heir. The tomb colonist draws you a little way away from the Cladery heir. Don't tell her you met me, he says in a hoarse rasp. Her mother cut my voice. Hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter, so I wouldn't want to. Didn't work. Operation's never completely effective. Need to know my daughter's well, happy, finding enough patients, getting enough to eat, and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I'm her father, ordinary engineer, not the sort of parent she would want. If you wish to tell the heir about the encounter, you can do so by speaking with her. An occurrence. You're familiar with the Cladery's heir father. Dusty glass of wine, explore Venderbite. My cup is empty. I must fill it. It's the last of the vodka, you know. I know, it's sad. It makes me want to cry too. like that, I come back to you. And I even remembered to turn off the AFK. Captain, I'm a good Zayman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. Seems likely enough if a little ragged and sorrowful. Take him with you. You can use an extra hand. Leave him here. Welcome aboard, stranger. Out here, Cap needs all the help he can get, even from sad, strange gods of farewells. Begging you for a berth. He's done good work. Officers, so that didn't change. Shipyard, shops, anything I can sell. They all want. Wow, I'm down to 3 fuel. I'm screwed. Arcade of size. I can sell the one recent news for 10. London's currency is the echo. All right, well, we've got enough. We could buy a fuel. Yay. Visit the first curator. Gather gossip. Let's gather gossip. I now know a port report for Thunderbite. Z Captain's the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. Listen to a whispered request, Z Captain. Silk skin, not much left of me. I will go into the grand sanatorium. Bring me the colors, 7 colors. Pay well. Ask about the grand sanatorium. When here's the name whispered. Oh, silk skin, you don't know. You don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Zay. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. Did that. Listen to the whispered request. Cosmogon, Irigo, Pelagian, Steward has list. Find them. Here and there across the wide black Zay. Sure. Now I have one of this, the Neath Bow. A page from the Neath Bow. Apocyon? Cosmogon, Gant, Irigo, Pelagian, Violant, and Varick. Alright, well, we'll see if we can get home. I'm dubious. We have 3.5 fuel. That guy is a pirate steam pinnace. That's a pinnace. It's a type of ship. Ow! Missed me. There's something else over here. He's still following. Ow! Alright. I have no choice, I don't think. I didn't want to do it. He made me do it. Loot and Scuttler. She's a vile old vessel and these days aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Finished opening a cache of curiosities. Some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. It's a cask of wine. A cask of mushroom wine. I'm not sure if we make it back or not. We're down to 2 units of fuel. Maybe we should. But I don't think we'll have enough money to buy enough fuel to do anything else. A white Z-bat. The sailor's grown fretful and disobedient, reluctant to go on deck, even to port. There's a white Z-bat watching me up there. It's Salt's messenger. Shoot the Z-bat. Salt, one of the nameless gods sailors fear. This sailor is a conscientious man. Send him to the sickbay on the pretext of a fever. Salt. You know something of the 3 gods of the Zay. I've lost a terror. Yeah, we're gonna make it back. But not by much. My memory of having played this a long time ago, now that I'm playing again, was basically I ran out of money. Couldn't keep myself in fuel or anything. Inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the Customs Service to admit the existence of. The Ministry are here looking for those. You shrug and invite them to search your ship. You've lost 1 menace's suspicion. Now total 0. Collect messages from the harbor master. Something has changed in the north. Someone wants to sign on. The alarming scholar is mercurial. Leave the university. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. Vendor bite. What have the nearly dead been up to then? I gained 10 echoes. New total of 38. Oh, that's better. No longer have any of the support report. I've gained favors. And a fuel. That's the only thing of news that we had for them, apparently. It was. Crowds, hire on more crew. Your tall tales find a ready audience. Scarred and seasoned men and women tramp aboard and find places to sling hammocks. I've lost 30 echo. Crap, I didn't want that. Shit, we gained a whole bunch of crew that we don't need and we can't feed. I really wish they told you that doing that was going to cost money, because now we have none, and we have none. We can sell the cask of mushroom wine. That's it. Nothing there. Nothing there. We'll buy 2 fuel. This passenger wants to be taken to vendor bite. Vanderbite was a long drive away. Engage an officer. No, there aren't any. All right. I don't know what else we can do other than... Then take the tomb colonist and hope we get lucky that he gives us an enormous amount of money to get there, if we can get there. But I believe we're probably going to run out of fuel before we get there. Well, maybe not. But we sure won't have enough to come back. And we're off for Vanderbite. Do a little zigzag, come in here, get some of that space mapped out at least. More bats. Are they coming? Looks like no. Tiny breeze stirs my hair and dies. What hair? You can tell this is a game of fiction. No breeze stirs my hair, I'll have you know. Carissa's Point. I'm low on supplies. Thank you. I know. Also low on fuel. Looks like the fuel's going to last long enough, though. Almost a Vanderbite. We burned through about 2 fuel. So we could probably make it back, but to what point, unless this guy gives us a lot of money. It's everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly, but someone is missing. Please bring her to me. A vague commission. She went off to the Mangrove College. She needed to get out of London. But Vanderbite is just as safe as the college, and I'll wager she's bored of mud by now. Look for the shady sort in Mangrove College, somewhere in the south of the Untersee. Wow, somewhere in the south, and bring him to Vanderbite. I lost the tomb colonists. I got no money. Explore Vanderbite. That's well. Go there first. Got another port report. Explore Vanderbite. An interlude. You pause for refreshment at the Hungarian Cafe. The coffee is dusty and the pastry's a little stale, but the gaggle of decaying violin players are skilled and surprisingly sprightly. They play Eat Our Hearts, My Darling, The King is Tall, Tall, and Pop Goes the Weasel with brio and conviction. Then they start on the old dark ocean under the world and you realize the time. Your ship awaits you. I have got nothing I can do other than head north and hope. I don't know if... I mean, I know it's basically, it's a... In that way, it's kind of a roguelite in that, you know, you're expected to die a lot. I don't know if that's what happens when you run out of fuel. But we're going to find out relatively soon, if we don't run out of food first. That's something big, and I don't think it's going to be friendly. It's a lifeberg. This is my shot to do something like 12 points apiece. I don't think we're going to beat it. Desperate measures. Well, the lifeberg didn't get us yet, and we are on our last. Oh, we've got something called Codex over here. We should be able to reach that. Not that I think it's going to do us any good, but hey, not everything can be successful. Desperate measures, well, fool, your ship is just an oddly shaped house located somewhere you really don't want to live. That's true. The Isle of Codex. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Pretty sure I lived there. Very little remains to you, but if you're lucky, perhaps there's something you can use. You were unlucky. Better luck next time. We lost a supply. New total? 0. Make a sacrifice to salt. Abandoned ship. Draw lots for lifeboat places. Cast yourself on the mercy of the waves. There's a tiny chance that you'll find your way back to London without either crew or ship. Perhaps it's better you don't. Make a sacrifice to salt. I gained 5 new terror. I lost a secret. I'm returning to port. The King Eater's Castle. Okay. It's cool looking. A little intimidating. There are no shops or King Eater Castle. One of my options here is lose your mind. Offer your thoughts at the altar. Do not do this, it says. Eat your crew is locked. Compile a port report. Silence, desolation, the sense of impending and terrible mistake. Sure, let's get that. Everything is horrible. It's not really appropriate title for a formal report, is it? Let's find something a little more clinical. I don't have enough to buy anything, if there was anything to buy. So what we've got here is lose your mind. I'm going to offer my thoughts at the altar. Lose your mind. Terror reach 100. Let your terror reach 90. Okay, we got a couple of achieves. Falling castles, a dead wind, which blew from the north. A hungry sun rode the wind. It made of memories a castle. There are mirrors in the ice, 1,000 doors and none. The end of the chain is horizon's beginning. Horizon's beginning, your throat is bleeding. Gained 85 terror. Gained 7 fragments. So we're fine then, right? Mutiny. Fear and despair have destroyed your loyalty of your crew. Half of those who remain have taken up arms against you. You've taken shelter on the bridge while their shots ring out around you. Cut them down. High-risk challenge. Or attempt to win them round. You're their only hope of reaching home alive. Make them understand that. Failure here, as it happens, will also end the game. Let's do the almost impossible challenge. I will attempt to talk them down. You think you're getting through to them. You see the lead mutineer nod in understanding and lower his stolen rifle. You step out of cover, your arms raised, and a shot from his companion topples you. The false stars above are the last thing you see. They're beautiful. Hearts. 31 failed in a challenge. Try again. You may have better luck. Into darkness. You'll be mourned, but you'll be provided. But you've provided for your heir. It's locked. You will be mourned. I now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. My first captain has died. Don't worry, these things happen. Explore boldly with your next captain. Choose a legacy to preserve something for your next captain. Sink beneath the waves. Die for the first time. In memoriam, Lens died. It's over for now. Legacy qualities unlocked. Warrant of redemption. You are Lens's rival. Retain 50% of their iron value in one weapon. 50% of their mirrors value and 50% of their money. They had none. 50% of the veils and 50% of their money. 50% of the heart's value in one officer. 50% of their page value and their chart. Let's go with that. Doodle-doop. Correspondent. Decide later. A path, recent shadows. Choose a past. Well, this time I'm a poet, obviously. What does winning mean to you? Finding my father's bones. An occurrence, your an active ambition quality is now to find your father's bones and retire. Citizen. No, sir. I am just sir. Sir it is. I will accept the exact same head because, well, genetics, you know. They call me Sir Lensalot. See what I did there? Your father's bones, a cold trail, Mr. John Huffman, editor of the unexpurgated London Gazette. He published your poetry from time to time. 1 week ago, he casually mentioned that your turn of phrase is very like your father's. A coffee at Caligula's. Oh, nice place. I love the name, Caligula's. Brig Huffman as Z Story, a tale of terror and a memory of distant shores, and he'll tell you more. Advice for captains. London, adopt a Blummigan Gallivanter. No, we'll stick with the one we've got this time. Visit the survey office. Ask if there's anything in particular you need. Be sure to their discretion. Retrieve strategic information from Iron and Misery Company funging stations or funging stations somewhere not far from home waters. The Labyrinth of Tigers. Well, there's nothing I can do there. Lodgings, a passenger, someone from the docks. Agree to carry the unsettled salvager to Venderbite. We just took someone to Venderbite, and that didn't turn out well. It gave me nothing. Father's bones, the next step. Behold. Well, we've got 70. Maybe we can buy something that we can turn around and sell some other place. Cask of mushroom wine. Prisoner's honey. Dark drop coffee beans. Crate of human souls. These ones, I assume, are marked, so they can be sold legally. Carol's naval supplies. Caminus yards. Iron marine. Nope. So it looks like it's one of these things or nothing. Let's try a firkin of prisoner's honey. can find a place to sell it to. That would be nice. We visited the university, Graz, hiring more crew. That costs money. We don't have much money. Okay, so this does keep the map in place. Shepherd Isles. So I think we'll head out here and then this way and see what we can find out here. Advice for captains. Much lamented. Right, that's the tutorial stuff. I don't know, is there any danger in going across an abyss? Let's find out. What's the worst that could happen? We could just die. Like we just did. I expect to see tentacles come up. A little bit reminiscent this is of Dredge. Just a little. Light ship is clear bright beam. It's the way. They have a little spare, but twice the usual price. No, thank you. Bornvadas Pillar. I have a Sly Navigator. That's a boat. It's crack pirate frigate. This is not going to go well. I'm going to have to shoot him like 11 times, 12 times or something. As long as he keeps missing, I'll be fine. What's that? Other than bad. That hit. Missed me. Don't hit. Ow. Couple more hits, 2 or 3. Yeah, that shot missed me. Loot and Scuttler. Finish opening a cache of curiosities. We got 1 supply and 1 fuel. Great. I am unimpressed. A stout crate. Crate's a source of sustenance. Fundamental element of cargo. 2 more supplies. Massey's shaft. I gotta say, Massey's got a pretty big shaft, you know? Hull's damage were at 35 of 75, so we're more than half dead. Eakin Rock. Guider's Mourn. There was a quest or something for Guider's Mourn that I had, or had access, could get earlier. Well, maybe they want to buy that one thing that I bought to hopefully sell and make some money. Guider's Mourn. An evening at the Errant Limpet. Explore the Mourn. Overhear rumors of a pirate port. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. Gather intelligence. Swarms of pirates, smugglers, and captains. A high-risk challenge. Unusual activity. I succeeded in a Vale's challenge. I have one strategic information and one ports report. Guider's Mourn. I can sell the Firkin for like 1 echo more than I paid. I am not impressed. Well, let's see if we should be able to make it home. And see if that information I have from Guider's Mourn is worth anything significant amount of money. I'm dubious. But dubious is kind of what I do. Patrick's Lot. Nice little lighthouse. I want to marry a lighthouse keeper. Well, if we head back, we should try to make it through this dark area there to get that explored. It's like I'm hopeful for a big score from the information we got from Guider's Mourn. That's a ship? No, that's the lighthouse. We've been there. Or been to a similar one. Rowena's Rocks. We got a ship. They're moving away. Oh, that wasn't where I thought it was. There's the ship again. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. Good choice. I scared them off with my stout nautical countenance. Or, you know, maybe not. Messages from the harbor master. London. The Admiralty's office. Guider's Mourn. 30 echoes. Another fuel. Strategic information. This is the one I'm hoping for. What's that? Indeed, indeed. I'll send you up directly to speak to the Admiral himself. Pass on strategic information. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your troubles. The clerk will see you paid. You've lost the strategic information. 150 new echoes! I'm rich beyond Croesus's wildest dreams. Gained a favor. Submit your port reports. If I had any, I would. We're not broke anymore. I mean, we're not wealthy. But we're not broke. The passenger, again, he wants to go to Vanderbite. I'm assuming it's the same deadbeat last time. Journal. Shops. I've got so much money now. Not really that much, truth be told. Yeah, the prisoner's honey I sold in the distant land for 1 echo more than I paid. I should try and splurge and see if I can get lucky and sell something. Human souls. Or coffee beans. Coffee beans. I feel a sneeze wandering around in my sinuses, desperately trying to find a way out. Okay, maybe not desperate. Let's get some more fuel. And some more supplies. Well, what we can do... We can take the guy to Vanderbite, but if it's the same guy, I'm really not interested. We can stop in at Hunter's Keep. See if they are interested in overpaying for some coffee. If not, we can head in this direction. Oh, there is one other thing we need to do. Where is it? Dry dock. We need repairs. Given that we lost 40 of our 75 hull. Ledbetter and Stainrod shipyards. We tried the Ratus Faber engineers and we got lucky last time. Sure. You were fortunate. Gained 18 hull. Gained 5 terror. Lost 5 supply. Shit. Forgot about that. God damn it. I've got to buy a couple more supplies. And hope to get lucky. Alright, we're headed for Hunter's Keep. Where hopefully they are willing to buy coffee for 1,500 echoes. Because I'm sure that's going to happen. I really wish they gave the prices on things before you said yes. Well, there's a ship. They're running away. But then we're turning in here at Hunter's Keep anyway. shops available. Well, that was worth an effort, I suppose. Present yourself at the house. They'll have heard your ship. Why hide? Knock and enter. A maid with moldering topaz eyes. Moldering eyes? What to my moldering eyes should appear? A visitor, the youngest cries, the next youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum. She says, visitors are rare, you're very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, the cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us? You're acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep. The air trembles. A breath of change passes. I can choose. I can't get news. I can luncheon with Phoebe the unpredictable, Lucy the middle sister, Cynthia the oldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. I like unpredictable. There's the story. That's all for now. That's a long story. Gained a memory. Acquainted with the sisters. Gained 1 supply. Nice. We lost 20 hunger. Nice. Lost 5 terror. Nice. And we now have the gods of Z Storm's attention. That sounds less great, I gotta say. The parlor is empty. Where are the sisters? Maid makes it clear through a series of unwelcoming growls that Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia, all three indisposed. No lunch today. We did not want that. We wanted that. Reconnoiter the island? Sure. Ships rarely come here, blah, blah. And we now have a port report. Okay. Where to next? Well, this looks inviting. We are headed for it. We've got 9 fuel left, or just hit 10, so. Dust, echoes, even a sepia tint to the air. Sepia tint to the air. These are waters around the tomb colonies. We've got bats behind us. Jokers to the right. Some new islands. Crab cake. Sounds tasty, but I don't think I can eat the whole thing. Pigmote Isle. Alright, what is the... Something awaits you in port. Which port? That's got to be like the big floating bad island. It is, I think. The Dubois Maelstrom, I think? Some sort of Maelstrom. Maelstrom's probably bad. Pigmote. An interesting name for an island. Or anything, for that matter. Yeah, the Dubois Maelstrom. We have got a port here on Pigmote Isle. See, maybe they want coffee beans. For 15,000. I raised the price. They have no ships there. No shipyards, no shops, sorry. They do have ships. Disembark. See what awaits you. Sure. War. As you step onto the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill and dots of fire flecking the horizon. 2 tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, awaiting your approach. The tale of Pigmote Isle, in which the delegation is made and a choice is presented, war is declared, and a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. Chapter 1, the delegation. That's too much reading. I spoke to the chief engineer. I spoke to the seneschal. How had an armored guinea pig managed to look regal? That's an interesting question. I spoke to the chief engineer. Too much text for a stream. Also, my throat's getting a bit raspy from talking. I was ready to make my choice. I sided with the chief engineer. He seemed grumpy but honest. Also, I knew all too well what rat-made weapons can do. I favored the seneschal. Was it her charm? Or a fondness for London's rat-skin coats that swayed me? Perhaps a little of both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about their civilization. Attempt to broker a peace. I think I'll go with the chief engineer. A friend writes, I've gained a fuel, gained a supply, and memoir, Rats in the Making. I visited the rat barracks. I took a closer at the rat star. I headed to the beach. Whoever had heard of a rat mending a net? The drill sergeant appeared to be sizing me up. Were a few rats around her really all she had to launch an attack? An excitable-looking rat peering through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes. What would appear to be real paper. Took a closer look at the rat star. Lots and lots and lots of text. The bells of the war council rang. I was summoned. I head down to the beach. I'll skip the rat barracks, I think. I offered my strategic assistance. A tough challenge. I determined to take the lead. A tough challenge. I had nothing to offer but my advice. The king took it in desperation, but not, if not gratitude. I'll offer my strategic assistance. Weighed and found wanting. Veils, 25 failed in a challenge. Try again, you may have better luck. Gained 5 terror. We're gonna call it. Hail Myrna. I got Pigmote Isle Might quality is now 2 danger. Conflicted. Civilization quality is now 2 danger. I have no idea what any of that means. I invited one of the Rattus Faber to join us. After all, what is a ship without a few rats? I interceded on behalf of the Cavies. I have an albino tinkerer. I lost Pigmote Isle civilization. The wide dark sea. I now have a port report. That's all for now. A new nation has been founded. Visit the Cavey ghetto. Marina has not been kind to its enemies. Smuggle food into the ghetto. Success will improve Pigmote Isle's spirit. Assist the Cavey revolution, having just set them down. Attempt to broker a union. Oh, Cavies. Cavey. I think there's a... It sounds familiar to the name they have in, I think, Peru, in South America, for a guinea pig, in terms of eating them. I don't have enough supplies that I can afford to smuggle food in. A high-risk challenge to broker a union. Or assist the revolution. But it'll cost 5 veils. Well, veils, not echoes. I've lost 5 veils. I now have a lump of blue scintillic. I've been banished from Pigmote Isle. I no longer have any of the albino tinkerer. Oh, he left. Okay, that happened. I'm exiled. That was interesting. A bunch of stuff happened there. Pigmote. Guinea pigs. Okay. And yes, they are a culinary item in South America. Guinea pigs. I've never eaten one. I don't think I would be averse to trying it. But then I'm willing to try almost any food once. Exceptions being balut, no thank you, lutefisk, and the horrible fermented shark I think that they have in Iceland. I will give all of those happily a skip. I've had haggis a number of times. Haggis is perfectly fine. Tastes like a slightly gamey hash. It's normally served with nips and tatties, turnips and potatoes. And those on a plate with the haggis and some gravy. It's quite tasty, actually. All right, well, let's head towards... We're heading towards Fieldhaven. Let's continue on the Shepherd Isles. Uh-oh. That's a ship. Okay. It's a pirate steam pinnace. That's a pinnace, not a smutty word. Alright, we hit each other. That only did 4 to me. He chose poorly. Perhaps desperation drove him to it, I don't know. Regardless, it was poorly chosen. Poorly chosen. A firkin of honey. Prisoner's honey. Well, we know we sold that for 26 previously. Shepherd Isles. Fieldhaven. Shops. I can't sell the stuff I was hoping to sell here. This is not going optimally well. Shepherd Isles. Tales of the Standing Stones. Game memory, that's all for now. Compile a port report. Yep. Engage an officer, the sigil-ridden navigator. God damn it again. 50 echoes. Fuck. Alright. I'll try heading home then. Really wish they told you what it was going to cost. I assume that's a design decision, but it's one I cannot say that I agree with. And there's a difference between making difficult choices and making blind choices. And to me, that feels like the second thing. Oh, we got another ship. Oh, they're moving away. I'm going to try and get that area scouted. horizon, a sickly yellow light glimmers a moment, then fades. That was not worth the time or effort. Fed the crew. Gotta say, that one is a significant frustration for me, as I feel that it makes the game out of my control. I mean, not that I expect necessarily to be in control all the time or anything, but if they're not giving you the information for decisions, you feel like you're... We'll see if we can sell the coffee at Quaker's Haven. If you're not given the information for your decisions, you feel like your decisions are random, and therefore you're not actually playing the game. You're just screwing around. Nope, nothing. All right. Explore the shore. Poor woman don't want to answer your hails, but obviously you need probably a pirate or a drowning or someone's feral ant. Obliterate. A fanged mouth rears from the water, big enough to bite a boat in half or swallow a pig. The woman contorts and slides into the water. She's the tip of the monster's tail, and this will be untidy. Flee, high-risk challenge, or obliterate it. I succeeded in an iron challenge. I now have 1 harlot fry and 3 Stygian ivory. Okay. That seems hopefully good. Chat with the fisherman. We have a port report. I think we've got enough stuff to get back to London, and we'll see what the value is of the stuff we've picked up. Oh, crap. Yep, bonk. Thank you. Suck that. They just never seem to learn. Oh, we're 0 for 2 on dissecting them. Yay, we succeeded in a pages challenge. We got more fragments. We didn't screw that one up, guys. Yay. Alright. Back to London. Because London's calling. And I live by the river. Musical reference. I hope you get that musical reference. I really do. I have been sniffly all day, and now my throat's feeling a tickle. I hope to God I'm not coming down with something. Although the only thing I could conceivably have gotten a cold from is the guy who delivered my pizzas, which seems like a bit of a long odds. We dock. Collect messages from the harbor master. Admiralty office first. Hunter's Keep. Gain 5 echoes. A favor. And a fuel. Shepherd Isles. Met with skepticism. No longer have the report. We did gain a fuel. Quaker's Haven. Lost a report. Gained 5 echoes. Favor. A fuel. Pigmote Isle. 10 echoes. Favor. And another fuel. sell the advice for captain for 50. Stygian ivory. That was worth some cash. We'll hold on to the honey and the coffee beans, because the honey we can sell for more someplace else because we have, and the beans we bought here. We can buy a better gun. Torpedo nets. We haven't run into torpedoes yet. That seems like that would be overkill. Journal officers. Shops we just went through. Okay. Labyrinth of tigers. Provide a rare creature of the labyrinth. Sell a harlot fry for 500 echoes. Victory! Don't remember where we got the harlot fry. Oh, that was the critter pretending to be a woman on the beach. Lodgings, a little gift. Father's bones, Rother's wharf, passenger. Well, I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. It's an interesting game. It's quite slow. I'm not sure if it's any good as a viewer. It's really interesting. I do wish it was more informative about what your choices might cost you. A little bit more informative on what you might be able to do. A little bit more generous with the money so you can afford supplies, although now I think I can afford supplies, having gotten lucky on a very difficult challenge. Regardless, I'm not sure I'll be playing it again tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I know for one thing I will be streaming on Tuesday. That's 2 for Tuesday, at the usual time, if not earlier. I might start earlier. There's a new game that I'm going to be buying and playing. It is called Return to Moria. And it is, in essence, think Valheim, but instead of Norse mythology, it's in Middle-earth. You're a dwarf, and you're going back to Moria at the beginning of the Fourth Age, after Sauron fell down and went boom. So I'll be playing that on Tuesday. If I'm back tomorrow streaming, it'll be at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. God, my throat is definitely going. I'll put it on Discord if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or not. Probably, but I don't know, and I don't know what I'll be streaming. Probably not this, because I can't see myself doing any more talking. But definitely back on Tuesday, maybe early, maybe start streaming noon Pacific to 1 Pacific time, somewhere in there, with Return to Moria. I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you found something entertaining in this. Like I said, the game is cool. It's just, I don't think it's paced well for streaming, and the talking means I can't see myself doing it. But I'll be back, if not tomorrow, back on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. And as always, I like to advise a reasonable objective to my viewers. I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. Back either tomorrow or on Tuesday. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.